continue to chapter 9. Let me read it in Mandarin. 持而盈之，不如其已；端而锐之，不可长保。金玉满堂，莫之能守。富贵而骄，自遣其耻。功遂身退，天之道。Okay, so this passage is making reference to how things or how an individual would experience, or some warning, and also some advice for how one should behave, right? So it started with, if you as a person, like a cup, is all filled, there's no way you can fill up the cup with more water or fill up with any other things. So in other words, comparing the human to a cup, then the human should be a unfilled cup or a half-filled cup, right? Of course, a half-filled cup means you do not have any, you have something, and yet you can put in more things. But empty cup means you do not have anything, so you are starting from zero, right? It's better to be a half-filled cup, that you have something, and you still allow something to be filling it up. So a half-filled cup is good, right? It's where you could continue to learn. So somebody who thinks that he knows everything, of course, he can't learn anymore, right? So a half-filled cup is where he can be filled and he can learn some more, and there is room for improvement, right? So the next one is, he's saying that it's somebody like a pair of knife, with a very sharp knife, right? A sharp knife can be blunt very quickly, because a knife is sharp when it's very thin. At some point it has to be very thin to be very sharp, right? So you can't continuously be very sharp like the knife, because if you use it to cut something, very soon, without much cutting, it's going to be blunt. So what he's saying is that if you are very sharp, you can be blunt very easily, right? So at your highest peak, you could fall very easily. At your highest point is where you could fall sooner or later, right? Or if you have a lot of money, it also means that you could lose them quickly, right? So in other words, then it goes to money. You say, if you have gold, you have all this good stuff, diamonds, things like that. He say it's very difficult to guard them, because somebody will come, some thief will come, some people who know it will come, because they want a piece of it. So if you are a rich country, of course somebody wants to emulate you, right? And learn from you, and soon they will catch up. It's the same thing, right? It's good that they catch up, so you can spread the benefit to everybody, right? But to think that you can guard all these things, you can't. So good things must be shared, right? So, and then finally he say, if you succeeded, you should just leave and not try to claim some credit, because then you'll get into trouble. So if you succeeded, just leave, and that is the way of the Tao, right? Because if you brag about it, or you think that you benefited other people, what else you want? You want something from the other person, and that is where you get into trouble. Because wanting from somebody something, whether it's recognition or anything, is trouble, right? So we should not be there once things are completed. We should just leave and allow others to flourish. So this is the way of the Tao. Again, it's like water, right? Does water complain? No. You're thirsty, you drink water, right? And it's abundant. It's everywhere. Well, of course, in the desert it's not everywhere, but it still benefit if you have water. So be like water. In fact, it just reiterated some other passage regarding water, right? So this passage teaches us how to be a person, how to continuously be, continuously morph, continuously become. A lot of time one do not move or one do not advance. It's not because of other people, it's because of ourselves that we do not move on. We cling on something. We think we had it all, right? So be a half-filled cup. Be a half-filled cup that do not require anything from anybody else except, be yourself and be like water. Okay, that's the gist of chapter 9.